like, okay, it's back. So we are having this subject called line clearance. This is when we clear lines and get a way for pieces. How do you create a way for pieces? So this knight wants to move away so that your rook can pass. So in this game, it was white's turn to play, and white took the rook, but there was a mistake which would have happened if white tried this line. This is white thought that they're attacking this. They're going to take this rook and then they take this. Then they take this knight. So this would have been a blunder in this game. This would have been a blunder in this game. So what happens is that if white plays this, what's the problem with this? You just ignore and go open up for this rook. You go without plan. So this is what we call line clearance. We are clearing the way for the rook. So the knight goes here, closes out the escape squares for the king, and then the rook is going to checkmate. So do you know what white did, or white would do? White would be greedy and take the rook. This was a sample position. It wasn't a real game. In the real game, white didn't fall for this. So thinking that white of course thought that they are gonna take and everything would have been okay, but black went for the good move. Taking would have been a bad move. To take is a mistake. So black instead takes, goes for the, doesn't take, instead goes for the checkmate. So this is how it happens in many of these games, and it's not good news for white. So this would have been a checkmate. So once again, what's line clearance? What did you understand from what I said?
It's when you pave way for a piece to pass.
Yeah, you pave way for a piece to pass. So it's a very important thing. So we're going to see another case. Let's clear this is one of the special and very tough cases. Let me give you just a visionary position. This game wants to appear like this. This game wants to appear like this. And where's everything going? Let's go back. So you see everything's on the board. We are going to clear the way for all these pieces. We're going to clear all these pieces. We are going to remove this piece, remove this piece, remove this piece, remove this piece, and remove this piece, remove this piece, remove this. You're going to clear the way for all the 6 pieces that want to be cleared, and the board will look like this. Something like this at the end. Like this. The board will look like this. But how will the board look like this? Yes, the board is going to look like this, and only this pawn and this queen are going to remain. Let's go back where it all began. So this is how the board looks. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, this is how the board looks, and we'll say this is how the board is going to look. Where's everything going? Let's go back. The board will look like this, and we want the board to look like this. So this is called line clearance. When we open up all these line. Why do we want the board to look like this? Because we want the queen to come here and get a checkmate in 2 moves. But how long is it going to take us to clear the board from just remain with the pawn? We only need the pawn. Actually, we don't need the knight. We only need the pawn and the queen to checkmate this to win the game. So let's go back. The board will look like this. The board was looking like this. I've shown you the first move to give out everything you can. And then the board, want the board to look like, only need the pawn and the queen to win the game. So let's start. How are you going to clear all these pieces? 6 pieces are going to be cleared. You're going to give them away, all of them. Can you give away all those pieces? And I've shown you the hint. Yeah, so coach is saying that give away these pieces. So give away these pieces and we see what happens. Which one will you start with?
Should I start?
Yes, please. You're going to clear all the boards and then you know what to remain with for a checkmate. And this is the topic, why we call it clearing. Clearance. The topic is called clearance. Another hint, let me give you a hint. You cannot clear the board, you cannot clear the way when the moves are not forced. If you make such moves which are not forced, someone's going to spoil the plan. Maybe the king's going to run away. Hold on. Maybe the king is going to run away. Maybe the plan is going to be spoiled and you won't have everything controlled. Maybe something will come up and maybe this piece may be taken and things like that. And so if you don't use moves which are forced, you have to use moves which are forced. Either it's a check or a strong attack. For example, if you put this bishop here, this is more forced because at least you're taking something. You're attacking something very strong. So I hope you get now the idea that clearing the way you have to use moves which are quite more forcing. Don't use moves which are slow. Of course, sometimes you can use moves which are slow, but please use moves which are slow so that your plan is not spoiled. Okay, let's go. How are you going to clear these? Let's clear the way for all these pieces, all the 6 pieces. But please use moves which are forced. Okay, let's continue. Wow, you took my example. Okay, this guy takes, of course now that was forced, but attacking our queen, the so that was forced. Let's clear the way, continue clearing the way. That's not a forcing move, this is a slow move. As long as the move is not forced, or maybe it's not appealing, this is a very slow move, so you're not clearing the way well. So do you mind finding a more forcing move? At least you rather throw it away, you rather be aggressive and throw it away somewhere. Don't make slow moves. That's the ultimate rule. Don't make slow moves. Do something quite forcing. Yeah. There it is. So this is more forcing, at least you've taken something. And someone says, oh, let me take this. Let's continue with something forcing. Let's go for more forcing moves. I believe it's now time for the knights. You've cleared two pieces down. Let's continue clearing. Throw away everything you have. Let's go. That's not forcing. The queen is going to queen is going to probably hide somewhere here. So that's not really forcing. It tries, but oh, it's even hard with this. The rook takes it, isn't it? So that's not really forcing. We have to find forcing moves, and we. Yes, speak to me. What are you thinking about?
How come line clearance doesn't allow me to think about how many points I'm taking home? Just gave away my bishop, captured the pawn, and my bishop was taken.
Line clearance is much about you getting the king, or maybe getting some big advantage. Of course, whatever is thrown away will make sense when you get when you get squares open. So whatever is thrown away doesn't matter until you, and as long as you get something more beautiful. And what's more beautiful than the checkmate in chess? Nothing. So nothing is more beautiful than the checkmate in chess. So let's try it out. So you don't mind about the points, mind about getting something much more beautiful. So just keep throwing everything, because that's what line clearance is all about. Sometimes you need to just lose everything you need. Okay, let's
Is
continue.
it like sacrificing my pieces?
Exactly. But the key word is that you're clearing the way. Yeah, of course it's a sacrifice, but you're clearing the way. Sometimes there are sacrifices, sometimes they're not sacrifices. But that's the key word. You're clearing the way for other pieces, more important pieces to get a way to pass and get to the king. So let's get him. Let's get the white king. You have to throw away the knights and attack the king. That's the hint I can give you there. Keep attacking the king. If you attack anything which is not the king, or if you lose any time, any tempo, you'll be in much trouble. So throw it away. How do you throw it away? How do you throw the knights so that you don't lose any time attacking? Yes. So that's one of the beautiful moves. Any knight would have worked. Any of the knights would have worked. So they take your knight. This guy says no way. Boom. So you don't care. You attack. So one knight down. We are clearing all these guys. 3 pieces to go. What are you thinking about?
Capturing their knight?
Yes, let's go. So that's not forcing. So that's not very forcing, because they can survive by now they can capture your knight and attack your queen. They can even instead just push the pawn. So that's not very forcing. Let's go for something more forcing. Which piece will you use? Let's use a piece at least which can open up this pawn so that they can be exposed to this rook. I know it's tough, but let's hang in there. Yes, why is that more forcing? Because of the fork. Does this make sense?
Yeah, forking 3 pieces.
Yes. This now makes more sense because there is a fork, and that's what you want. That's indeed what you want. So,
But coach,
yes.
the way you want this game to look like, your knight wasn't captured.
The knight has to be captured by force this time because the queen is in danger, isn't it? Yeah. So if they don't capture the knight, if for example they blunder and move here, so the point I was trying to bring out is as long as you play these force moves, you always get the nice position, even better than what I showed you. But of course, we are losing the pieces we agree to lose. So if they don't capture, for example, if they play this bad move, of course you're taking the knight, and if they maybe go back, you're taking everything. So you say that it doesn't matter as long as you've taken what? Everything. It doesn't have to look at exactly if they blunder, it doesn't have to look exactly how we say it, but as long as you get a big advantage. So let's see, of course they have to take the knight. They have to take the knight, and that's part of our plan. And what do? It's part of our plan to open up all these pieces. What do? So it's part of our plan. We want to open up all these pieces. Beautiful. So they cannot do anything there. Of course, they can try to. All these are bad moves, and the best move is for them to leave this. The best move is for them to leave that square. So they leave the square. And what do? And what do? We are ready to lose everything. So we throw away everything. Find the forcing moves. Find the forcing moves which will. We didn't agree to lose the queen. Of course, this is a blunder. So did we agree to lose the queen?
No.
We didn't.
You have to remove the queen and the pawn.
Yes, we only need these two pieces. So let's lose everything. We only need the pieces in blue. Let me put them in yellow. And let me put the guys we have to lose in blue. Let's lose the guys in blue and remember the guys in yellow. That was the agreement. Knight of the knights, that was our agreement, wasn't it?
Sorry, I'm losing all the pieces in blue.
Yes, let's go. So we agreed to lose everything. That gives them time, of course, to disturb us. Let's find more forcing moves. We are clearing the way in a forcing way. Don't give them moves. Don't play moves which will allow them to get to start setting up themselves. Remember, we've lost everything. They have now 3 pieces up. You can see they have these 3 pieces waiting to destroy us. We cannot afford to play anything slow. We can't afford to play anything slow. So what do? What do we do? Can't afford to play anything slow. So what do we do in such cases?
So sure.
Yeah. Play any wild move because you have to clear this blue guys in blue. Let's play something wild. Make sure that it's something very forcing. Throw away the rook. You can throw away this rook in blue. Very nice. As long as you find something, the plan is about getting this. Boom. Let's bring the other rook. The plan is throw away everything until we get that ultimate position we dreamt about. Nice. Let's continue with the plan. Let's continue with the plan. Yes, we throw away everything, and that's it. So this is the plan we always dreamt about. So they are in everything so that we remain with only these 2 pieces. And these are enough. We've lost everything, but we've gained the position we wanted to gain, and this is enough for us to win. Do you remember the winning plan? In 2 moves, we should win the game. Let's continue with the plan. 2 moves. The game ends in 2 moves. 1 and 2. Let's get it. Are you there? Yes, let's get it. Nice. So we find the king has nowhere to go. Of course, the king can sense danger, and maybe the queen. Engines like this desperate, throwing away all the pieces when they are losing. they like this desperate plan. So you attack. Sorry, you try blocking, but it doesn't help. And the game should end in the next move. Yes. So how have you found the clearance positions? This is one of the toughest you've seen in the clearance subject topic. What do you have to say? I believe that will be enough for today. What do you have to say as we close our stream? Thank you for being my student today. I know this was tough. What do you have to say?
The clearance is a hard one. It's like you're aiming at losing pieces.
Yeah, but was it really losing pieces?
Just looking at the ultimate goal of checkmating.
Yeah. Line clearance is about clearing the way for. You rather lose everything and clear the way for the deadly piece. So the most deadly piece was the queen. But looking back, how it all began, this is how it all began. You cleared the way for all these pieces. This was my take on clearing the way. I used this method. I first threw away this. For you, first you went with the bishop, which wasn't really bad. I first threw away the knight. Then I opened this up. Of course, if they take this, you take and take the queen. That's another plan. You take